Living in New Orleans before I went was hard. I know the definition of poverty. Mm-hmm. When I graduated from high school, I didn't have a pair of shoes. You know, that kind of gets me too. I was poor, very poor. A friend of mine lent me shoes. And when I graduated from college, I had nobody come up there for me. I had Mr. Henry sent me a suit and a pair of shoes to graduate in. But I know what it means to be poor. I went many nights without food in school. And I had some good friends up there too. And during the Christmas breaks, I didn't have any money to come home. So they would take me home with them. And I love the people in Alabama. They treated me as if I was a brother, not a person. You know. And I got married. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law treated me as if I was their son, not their son-in-law. They were very, 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 very good to me. So when I came back home, I did odd jobs, and I was going to prove to them that I could make it, even though I was poor. Everybody was poor, not only me. I'm not just trying to say it was times were hard, and they had the hads and they didn't have. I can remember the first pair of drapes I bought during that time. I used to wear drapes. You would know that. Marlins bottom, the big in the film. You see some on television. Right. It cost me $8. It took me about 5 weeks to make up enough money to pay the $8 and put them on. The first time I put them on, and I tore them, and that set me back. I used to shine shoes in the morning and eat nighttime, and take the money, whatever I make, I'd give it to my mother, and she would give us something to help, a nickel a time or so. And we would go out and take that and either go to the movie or the movie, but a nickel or anything like that. And I used to deliver paper. I had the largest paper route than anybody in the city of New Orleans at one time. I used to deliver morning paper, and I used to deliver evening paper. I used to deliver paper from Claiborne, from North Claiborne and Feliciana, all the way back to Shelton, and all the way from Montague on over. There wasn't no housing. It was called Freeland, you know. You would have no project. You didn't have any project back there, the Desire projects and everything. The Pittman project came up first, and that's how far we delivered paper. And I'd get up 3 o'clock every morning, and I'd deliver the morning paper. And that's what made me so I knew everybody in the area because I was their paper boy. And I enjoyed delivering paper because I enjoyed meeting people, and I met so many people, and everybody would know you, and you would know everybody, and you know, you got to know people, and you enjoy doing that. But we had to work, and we had to cut wood. After doing all this, I had a responsibility. One day was my day to cut wood. First, you had to go find the wood, you know, after a certain amount of time. Then you had to bring it home and cut it. And sometimes we were fortunate, we lived on a corner. They had a light on the corner. You'd be cutting wood at night. And if you didn't cut that wood, and my daddy came home and said, "Who's able to cut wood?" and cut it. You got up that night and cut that wood. Naturally, you got up that night and cut that wood. If you had to go find it, my dad had a rule. You'd tell my sisters, you never leave the kitchen dirty. You never go to bed with your kitchen dirty. Never. If that was the kitchen dirty, you always cut your wood, and you got it in on time. Now you could play. First, you had to get your lesson. He was the man that you got your lesson. Then you had to do your chores. One of the biggest chores we had was cutting wood and bringing it into the house and cleaning the stoves. You didn't have to have wood stoves at that time. Everybody had wood stoves, and you had to clean the ashes out. And when your time was to do it, you know, you just had to do that, and kept the chores around the house and clean the yard and different things. And so, me having 2 other brothers, I had another brother, he was a baby boy. We could split the days up and do these things. And but my father died early. You know, I think it took a lot out of me because I never get to socialize with him and realize, you know, what it was to have a father like I did with my mother. You know, my mother, we sit down and talk all the time. There's one thing, when my mother was living, I always had somebody to go talk to, even though I was a grown man. And I had marital problems, I had things. I always had somebody I could go talk to. We sit down and she listened and she said, "Well, I'm going to tell you this." And she used to call us together. We used to have a little chimney or fireplace. We used to bake sweet potatoes there. She used to tell us how her mama told her all about slavery. She said her mother was a slavery and how they used to work hard and picking cotton and different things. She would tell us all kind of old stories. Well, my dad used to like to tell us about hunting. He used to like to go hunting money. You know, and it's talking about dig money, they call it. And he said, you never, every time you get closer to the money, it looked like it jumped back. He said, you ran across a big snake. He said, there it is, and it looked like the money was, but he never found any. He used to go all over to Florida and everything, you know, digging and hunting money. He was determined to be a businessman, but he was never too successful. We used to have we used to sell records at that time. A record we used to sell for 20 cents. And we used to make our own concrete blocks. We bought the stuff, and my brother and I used to make the concrete blocks. And he started quite a few businesses, but he never get rich in it. He didn't lose anything like that. But when we first moved down there were only 3 people in the ninth ward that had phones. We were one, didn't have nobody to call. Lucius Taylor was one, I remember that, and Big Wash was one. And that's the only thing. We were, as poor as we were, while my dad was selling records, we had a record player. And man, they'd play that thing sometime on Saturday night and put it out there. We have everybody in the neighborhood in front of the house dance because nobody else had one. You see, we had the records and everything. It was full, but I tell you, I miss those good times. And during that time, everybody gave a fish fry. We used to call it a supper. They called it a fish fry night, you know. You get your fish and you fry it and you sell your tickets for a dime and you come and you buy a fish fry. You get a piece of fish and some potato salad and bread and they have the little jukebox in there and the piece of dance. Just wasn't too far from slavery, you know. You get there and you have a good time. You dance and then at that time you could get a record so you put in the box, get 2 for a nickel and 12 for 50 cents. We had 50 cents. You know, we pile up all the money and then run around and get 2 quarters from the grocery man and put it in there. That 12 record, that's a long time, you know, and 50 cents, and then they would play all the records and everything. And I'd milk cows. We had a man right where we lived down there was all weeds. You know, we down the night was all. The free land was not too far from there. You know, where you just sit down there and like in the road, you plant your house and just with your land. They called it free land. And so I used to milk cows. We'll bring them in. We milk the cow, throw the milk, bottle the milk, go deliver the milk, come back and wash the bottles and get ready for the next business. Always used to wait for Mr. Franklin. And in every neighborhood you got a man that everybody liked. He was a very nice white man. He took care of everybody, you know. He used to get credit on the book, you know. You wasn't getting paid on Friday. Everybody got paid on Saturday. You go to the grocery, you get something, so they put it on the book. Well, you know the man on the book was making money. And on Saturday, when you pay your book, you turn right on, start all over again. You never caught him. You never caught him, but you know, things was real cheap. You know, you could go to the grocery at that time and get half garlic and half onion, half flour and half meal, or, you know, and they used to give you what you call a lanyard, a little piece of candy from that. But and all the times were hard, but they were good. People loved one another. You didn't have all this, you know, the kind of ways that people can destroy one another, not a doubt. But you didn't have another. And we had, I thought the other day when I was coming to pick my little girl, I saw him going to the football game. When we had football games in high school, it was a sellout. That was a means of going somewhere. Most of my older sister was really the one that kept me, you know, going. She the one sent me to school, and she was when I was in school, she would send me a few dollars. And my aunt, I had an aunt who used to be crazy about me. She would send me. I couldn't expect too much of her because she was a young lady, you know, and getting ready to get married and everything. But she did the best she could, though. But I take care of her. She lived, you know, when she go to church drama. Drama right. You know, that's my oldest sister, and I used to take care of her too. If she needed anything, she always called on me. She know that. But I didn't have too much participation in the followers. Put it like that, you know. Because I don't blame anybody. Some people didn't have the money to come someplace, and people are always busy trying to make $1. You know, things are hard like that. They didn't have the luxury, you know. You'd make enough money by working 40 hours, and the rest of 2 days go. You had to work all the hours you could to make it. I didn't know a chicken. I didn't know a chicken had another part beside her feet for a long time. And that's a fact. I didn't know a chicken had other part beside her feet for a long time. But we had chicken people. We were eating. We ate when they. And in our house, my daddy always ate first. Always. So my son, Daddy got to eat first. And then we would eat. If there was anything left, we ate. He always had to eat first because he had to go to work the next month. And then we would eat second. But Daddy always ate first. Notice. And see, by him being from Belisle, he liked rice. Like right now, I eat rice with anything. Rice and ketchup, rice and fish, and everything. That was part of it. My daddy liked rice, so we came up with liking rice. And, my mom would cook rice every day. We didn't have anything else. We had rice. Rice and gravy. You ever heard of rice and gravy? I wish somebody would offer me some rice and gravy. I don't eat rice and gravy, and I don't eat apple jelly. And some things I say when I was poor, I had to eat them. Things I don't touch them no more. I will not eat rice and gravy for nobody. I had to eat it then. That was the meal. Right now, the things I had to eat, I don't touch them anymore.
Did she make y'all learn how to cook? Your mom?
Learn how to cook?
Did she make y'all try and learn how to cook?
No. My brothers and them.
Oh, did the girls have to learn how to cook?
Oh yeah, they had to. The girls had to learn how to cook. They had to learn how to cook. They learned how to keep house. They learned how to comb hair and all of different things. And my brothers didn't learn how to cook, but I was a different breed from them. I didn't worry about learning. Right now I can't cook. I can't boil eggs. I figured if I got to cook with the money I make, I don't need no wife. I cannot boil an egg, and don't try to do it either. I figured I could eat out, or somebody can't cook for me, I can leave home. But my sisters and them, if they didn't have successful marriages, it's because they weren't taught about it. They were prepared for them, like the old days. My mother always told me, you keep a man full, he's coming home to eat. If you cook right, he's coming home to eat. But if you don't cook, he got to find somewhere else to eat. And you keep your house clean, and keep yourself looking good, your husband come home to see you. He told him that. And that was a true fact. So you keep that up, and your husband will come home to see you. And if they didn't succeed, it must have been from some other way. They didn't call. But my mother didn't tell him that. But she tried to prepare.
So what all were you involved in? And you said you played. What sports did you play?
I didn't really play too much of a sport. I was both agitated with the sports. I was more of a brainy person. Brainy person. You know, I sit down and study on how to outfox the professor, how to know more than him, or coach all the football games and cheerleading and everything like that, you know. But I would say I was a dominant person. I like to dominate. I like challenge. I mean, and if the professor had something, I would try and challenge to show him where he was wrong. And sometimes it helps, sometimes you meet some good professors, think you're doing good, you meet some other thing. I was president of the student body, all where I went there, and I'm getting the fights, and they put me out of school, and I wouldn't be president any longer. And I was really, just really bad. I don't mean no fight, but you know, fighting. If somebody comes, I just slap them. I just slap them. And the principal would always say, you again? Yeah, you again. Go get your dad. But let me tell you, they didn't take no home out of the school I went to. They put you out and then put that board on you. Oh, yes, sir. When you do that, you knew. I said, I'm going to call your dad or the police. I said, call the police. Don't call my daddy. Call the police. Don't call my daddy. I was afraid of my dad. Oh, yeah. I was afraid of him. And I respect him because he didn't take no humbug. One time I cussed a woman on the street from my house, and my daddy took me right down by the lady's house in the middle of the street and beat me. And I cussed her again. He did the same thing again. I don't even walk around that way no more. My dad's been crazy. He's going to respect everybody. Took me down there until they beat me till that woman said she was satisfied. She was satisfied. And my father was a big man. My father wasn't a little. My father was a big man. A big man. Shoot. He beat you. I mean, but I would challenge him. I mean, I would challenge him. He said, you going to get enough for me, I'm going to get enough for you. And he went over, looked like every time. But he would embarrass you. He'd take you to school and beat you in front of the whole class. I'm not sending you here to do this, I'm sending you here to learn. You can't, this man here got his education, you trying to get what he got. And the teacher was like that. Why did I call your daddy for you? They didn't know I wasn't going to say nothing, because they might really go call him and everything.
Right.
But I had some good teachers in school that took interest in it. I had some good teachers in school that didn't get you a couple of money. They keep you after school, and make you learn. If you're good, they make you sit after school and help the other children learn. And everything. I had some real good teachers in school. I consider some of them as ballers in my life.
Did you have a favorite teacher?
Yeah. Ralph Grubbs, he was a mathematician. Ralph J. Grubbs was his name. He was everybody's favorite teacher. He was good. He was good. His man was you niggas don't want to do nothing. He would buy you clothes. He was going to get his mathematics. You're going to say that till the sun go down, but you're going to get his mathematics. I'm saying he was very, very, very good. But everybody, when he died, I bet they had more of the alumni come there and said, God damn, we knew everybody liked the drug, but not this many people.
That was in high school, or?
Oh, he taught me in elementary and in high school.
Okay.
He taught me in elementary and in high school. When one moved to one, he moved up, went to the high school and everything. But I enjoyed school. I never missed a day of school. Never missed a day of school. Never played hooky, never missed a day of school. No school ever. The days I was put out, I went to put me out when I went back. I never missed a day of school. Never. I didn't know what it was to talk about playing hooky or stay home or nothing like that. I got up in the morning with the intention of going to school because I knew I was going to have some fun for one thing. But the struggle is, what I would say to wrap up is, young children nowadays, number one, they don't know the importance of education. Number two, they got it too easy. Children got it too. I see some of these children walk around here with $39 pants. I never wore a pair of pants over $7 to school in my whole life, honey. I mean, $85 shoes. Some of these children pay $125 for tennis. I knew what it was. Take a pair of tennis, wear it, put paper. And see, these tennis is white. If somebody died, I dye these tennis tonight. I go to the wake. People say, I smell dye. That's my tennis you smell it. I smell dye. I'm telling you. And they have no shoes. And dye these tennis. You get a bottle of dye, a little soft thing on top, or a nickel. And dye them tennis. They didn't dry. I had to put them on anyway. And when they wear the bottom out, you put newspaper in there. And when you step on water, all your feet be wet and everything, but you had, people thought you had a good bedtime, as long as you don't sit in the class like that, I mean, you know. You just wear what you got there, you know, and nobody had swap clothes, you had to swap clothes. My brother wear them sometimes, you go to the bed, I get them wearing them, because they didn't have anymore. Them old, the white people used to take care of you during that time, you know, they give you clothes and to bring them when your mama bring them on, who could wear this and who could wear, and something nobody else could wear, you pass it on, give it to the next day. We say, you got somebody who can wear this? Yeah. People help one another, like. But these youngsters, they don't know nothing about that. They think the world owes them everything. They don't want to struggle for nothing. They get free lunch, they get the bus fare to go to school, and they still won't get up and go to school. So I played all sports, but I was not. I love sports, but I like to antagonize people in sports, you know what I mean? I quit in a minute, take my ball and quit. I was playing for the school. I said, they make me mad, I take my ball. I had a ball, and then I take the ball, the game is over. The softball or the basketball, and then let me have my way, the game was over, and I go sit on my porch. See, we all congregated right on the corner where I lived at, on Feliciana and Prayer. All the fellas from St. Claude come there, all of us from back, and we all got together right there. We play on that corner until my daddy say, all right, time to go. Everybody go home that time, and no question back. Or the police pass by there. All right, boys, it's time to go. Yes, sir. That's it. We say, yes, sir. And we go. When he passed back there, he want to see that corner clear and everything. But I don't know. It was respect or a fight or dominance of the white race or something like that. But let a policeman pass that out and say, all right, I want this corner. And they say, you don't own this corner, do you? They tell the police, you don't own this corner, but I'll be you when you come back. It's a different kind of answers that you get to people.
How was your prom? You remember it any? Or did you go?
I didn't go.
You didn't go to
No,
prom?
because sometimes proms can be successful and sometimes they can't. And I thought if I went to prom, I might turn it out for one thing. So I just said no, might not be too successful. They might have to call my daddy. And I didn't want to take that chance, but I really enjoyed the prom with the children in the high school. So, see, in the rural area, they have prom different. They decorate the gym so pretty, you know. We spent all that money with streamers, and we spent eating, decorating the gym, and the next day was all. But it was weighted to them. That was their prom. And after that night, it was all over. They come and take our stuff down, but it was waiting to them. They paid their money, they put in their time, and they enjoyed it. But that's something they could sit back. You know, God gave you a memory, so you could take back and think about what happened.
and what you did wrong and the good things in life, bad. So that's one of the things they want to remember. I got some of them children remember that now. When we had the prom up there, what was our theme and how pretty it looked and everything. So I guess some of them take advantage of that, and that's what they like. And I didn't tell you, I stayed in the hospital a long time. I had both of my legs broken. I couldn't walk, you know, because I was so bowlegged. And my mother and my sister, those used to come up there and sit with me. My oldest sister, well, she's old, so come and see me every day and sit down and keep me every day. My mother used to come up there every day after she come from work to see me. They had pins in. I had them broken twice. I had pins in my leg to keep them there, and I stayed in the hospital a long time. At that time, they would keep you in the hospital. They wouldn't turn you loose right quick, you know. And I stayed in. I wanted to be a doctor at one time, but staying up there so long. But I know I don't think I could have been. I thought maybe at that time I could have, but being a doctor is very hard. But I spent a lot of time. I stayed a lot of time in the hospital.
How old were you?
First time it was 7 years old. And the second time I don't know exactly, but I was older. I don't know exactly. And then, but I still got my lesson in school. I was able to carry on because they say, well, just send him up there, he gonna do the work, and I was still turning back in and was able to, keep up in school, that's all. When I was going to school, one thing that really, I never liked to get to class late. I like to get to class and then it started and I don't know what's going on. I never like to get to class late, and I want to get there at the beginning so I'll know. Leah! Right. So I'll know what's going on and be a part of it. And I love going to class.